Oh, I ordered like 23 Cybertrucks, so the only three came in.
You ordered how many?
23.
You ordered 23 Cybertrucks?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm here with Dustin, and he is in. We're gonna do a little interview today, but you're in your new Cybertruck.
We got three so far.
You have three already?
Yeah. Well, so about in a couple minutes when I get to the garage, I'll show you. I got two lining up. I'll park this one right next to it, so we got three. Yes.
Oh my gosh! And did they come like back to back? Did they all come at the same time?
One came last Monday, and two more came Saturday. And it's funny when they delivered the car, one went to two different dealers, and then they were like 2 hours apart. So in the morning, I'll have to drive north to pick up one, and in the afternoon, I have to drive like 2 hours down to pick up the other one. Like they're really trying to make it difficult. Like you have to get everything ready, or they will cancel your order. They kept on threatening you that they want to cancel your order. Yeah, I was like, all right, can we do like Sunday or Friday? It's like, no, Saturday strictly, or we cancel your order. Get the insurance ready, or we cancel your order. Show up on time, or we cancel your order. Like, come on.
That's crazy. Well, because they want to resell it. Do you see what they're selling for?
I mean, yeah, they have like 2.5 million orders, while they only produce like, I don't know, 4,000 so far.
That's crazy. But they're reselling. People are reselling for like $200,000+ easily, minimum.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm assuming there's ways to get around it, because Tesla will fine you for $50,000. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. But I mean, if someone wants to buy it, you can always lease them for like a year and sign a contract and transfer the lease. Transfer the title. A year later.
Yeah. Even though you just bought them, with the sticker prices you've seen, have you thought about trying to sell them or get rid of them?
No, I'm actually in the business for rentals. So I'm just gonna keep them for rental purposes. And I mean, I got a funny text yesterday, because when they first came up in Texas, I think the very first Cybertruck in the nation they came up is in Texas. They were listing it for like $1,200 a day. I wanted them to go up more frequently. So I list them between around like 600 mostly, and the weekdays I'm planning on do like probably 450, and then I mean, with like say if it goes out like 20 days a month, you're still bringing like close to like 10 grand per car. I mean, that's within a year you make your money back with the vehicle. So yeah. I'm not trying to be. I actually had someone text me yesterday saying, "Hey, do you have a Tesla for rent?" I'm like, "Yes," and then he said, "I'm about to list my Cybertruck on Turo. You might up your price, so competing with each other." I'm like,
so what do you have them listed for? Are they up on the platform right now, I'm assuming?
Yes, I got like probably around like 10 rentals already upcoming. I got two rented already. Some of them are 450, some of them like 650, I think 700. They got like the price range are all over the place right now. Yeah, I need to spend more time on setting up the system.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, how long do you think it'll be until like the prices start coming down? And because that's crazy, like that $650 or 500, 600, like that's a crazy amount of money for something like that.
I mean, I would say if even the price come down to like 200, this car is still profitable. It's only $100,000 car, because in my fleet I have like Tesla Model S that was bought for like 120, Model X that was paid for $150,000. Those cars would cost more than the Cybertruck, but they're renting it out for like 100-ish. I mean, so even if it comes down to $200 a day for Cybertruck, I have no issue with renting them out consistently.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of people want some because the production rate is so low right now.
Yeah, I know. I've only seen two so far in the city in Phoenix, and it's a big city, a lot of cool cars, and I've only seen two. So it's very limited right now.
I actually got a call from an account executive. You might know her name is she is Shannon, and then she called me and says, "Oh, our CFO with Turo is in Manhattan, and he wants to rent your Cybertruck." So I got a booking from the CFO of Turo for, I think it was like what is it, in about 2 weeks.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'll give him a free delivery.
yeah, for sure. For sure. That's crazy. Let's back it up a little bit. So introduce yourself, where you're from, and how many cars you have in your fleet right now.
Oh, sorry, you cut off a little bit. Can you repeat?
Oh yeah. So introduce yourself real quick, where you're from, and then how many cars you have right now in your fleet.
I'm from New Jersey, New York area. Mainly, I operate from Jersey City, New Jersey, and Jersey City is right outside the Holland Tunnel, so it's like minutes away from like Manhattan. I currently have about around 70 cars. I didn't count. Around 70 luxury vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah. I grew up in New Jersey, born in China. Came here with when I was really young.
Wow. And so give me an idea. So you have 70 cars. What kind of cars are you working with right now?
So last, I think it was 2 years ago. So I was trying to do a lot of convertibles. So I was getting like Mercedes convertibles, Mustangs, Corvettes. Those are convertibles. So I'm slowly transitioning my fleet from convertibles into like SUV. So I have like tons of SUV. I'm probably looking at like 10 Mercedes, 10 BMWs. BMW, we're talking about like X3, X4, X5, X6, X7.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mercedes, talking about GLCs and GLEs. And then a lot of Range Rovers. Range Rover, I probably have like 25 of them. Like Sports, Evoque, and Velar. Sorry, is it? I don't see it. Yeah.
Oh,
and then and then about like 5 Corvettes. So it's like a colorful fleet with like orange, red, white, yellow, and then a couple Cybertrucks, a couple large business SUVs such like Cadillac and Suburbans. Those type of vehicles.
So you have the new C8s?
Yes, I have. Yeah, all the C8. I have one C7 and 5 C8.
Wow. And you said you had 25 Range Rovers?
Yes. And then when we get to the garage, you will see they're not lined up, but like they're in the same section.
Crazy. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I think that's the sweet spot to with the SUVs because winter times you're not gonna rent out like the convertibles.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot of people talk about maintenance on Range Rovers. What's been your experience so far?
My experience with Range Rover has been totally fine. I have Range Rover that actually recently totaled. There's one that was recently totaled. It went on Turo for almost 4 years. Not a single big repair, like repair over $1,000. Not a single one. Like
wow.
To me, it's been reliable.
Yeah.
And I know everyone, even mechanics, tell me like there's a lot of issues with like Land Rovers. Mm-hmm. No, I haven't had any. I mean, I know not all of them, but like comparably, I think the most problem that I had was with what is it? It's not Maserati, is Alfa Romeo and BMW. Those two are giving me more troubles than Land Rovers.
Interesting. So when you have mechanical issues, do you have a mechanic on site or do you send the cars off somewhere?
In Jersey City, we have places that would do very basic stuff. Talking about basic stuff like balancing, alignment, what is it? The tires. Mm-hmm. And then if some basic things such as like brake changes, I actually use remote services. There's an app that's called Your Mechanic. That's the name of the app. I actually schedule a lot of on-site brake replacements with that app. And then if extensive work such as like body and severe like engine change, we take the car elsewhere. Okay.
Have you had a lot of big problems like that yet? Any like engine replacements or transmissions or anything like that?
I had 2 engine replacements.
That's
one
it?
Was like, sorry. Yeah, there was like one was probably my fault. Yeah, I haven't had much of big problems. Yeah, I think that was my fault. It was probably had to do some sort of like oil burning, and I didn't pay attention to it, and then you got the engine got seized up.
Oh, okay. What's been the biggest mechanical issue? Have you had any like total losses or big accidents or anything with your fleet?
Losses, I would say I get them like once or twice a month.
Once or twice a month?
Yeah. Like I was traveling to China between February to March. I had 3 cars that were total within that month, which is like
Wow.
okay. Let me see if I can switch the camera as I'm pulling in. Let me see how do I switch the. There you go. So as I'm pulling in, this is the garage that I'm parking at. This
Oh my
is the
gosh.
Newport Century Mall garage. You see up front, like here, is
Yeah, the
where
Cybertrucks.
yeah, those 2 are mine. I'm gonna park mine, and then well, I didn't. This the what is it? The sign that I made, it was not supposed to be used for this, so it looks like kind of weird. Yeah, so we parked the car at this gated garage, which we pay approximately like 190 a month. Oh, I need a
Per car?
per car. I know the
Wow.
parking is kind of expensive, it sounds, but comparably, if you park the car in Manhattan, you're paying like 800 plus per parking in Manhattan. So since we're right
Wow.
outside of Manhattan, I mean this price is totally fine to pay, I would say. And
Oh
plus
my
this
gosh.
yeah, I mean this garage is 24/7. He has securities driving around all the time, and it's gated. So I think that with the flexibility and the safety that it provides, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's yeah. Plus the car that I'm renting out on, they're like luxury cars. I don't want them to park on the street, being
Yeah.
scratched or glass break-ins.
So
And
this
they
is like
have
a
the oh
public this is like a
yeah
public lot, right?
yeah, and then, look, they have the Tesla charging stations right along
Oh,
the wall, so I
this
can
is for the
charge.
other car rental companies too.
Yes, there's a lot. Over here there is a lot of Turo hosts that actually parks here after I parked it. I've been here for like 4 years or so, and then you see there's like auto charging station that can be used.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a
That's
Hertz,
crazy.
Avis, Get Around, Enterprise, um, you name it, Sixth. There's a lot of small hosts that are also in here where the signs up, and this entire section is Hertz, and the Hertz actually have
Wow.
car wash spot right there.
And
All right,
do you use their spot to clean your cars?
I tried to, but now they didn't let me. But I do have my own.
Oh,
I do have my own spot, so it's fine now. It's
so who
yeah
who cleans your who do you have like a team that's helping you clean your cars?
yeah. We only have like 2 guys. We only have 2 guys that manage like the 70 cars. Oh, actually, I mean, let me park my Cybertruck, and I'm gonna walk to the other section of because my section is on the second floor. But the garage want me to. I'm not sure it's for advertising or whatever reason. They want me to park the cars, my Cybertruck, on the first floor by the entrance, so it gets like more exposures. And they were talking that possibly want me to showcase one of my Cybertruck inside the mall. So we
Mm,
haven't gone into details about that, but very interesting. So all the Tesla are. Oh, there's another company that's called I forgot, Gaia. They do like electric cars only, and they also park in this section.
really? Dang.
Yeah, so I'm about to pull up where I park my Cybertruck.
Wow, those look so good.
Yeah, those 2 is already rented out for like 2 or 3 trips in the on the weekend and upcoming week. And I'm trying to get this car moved, but this car has been parked here so long, I don't even know
Yeah.
who's the owner. So
You
once he
gotta just
moves,
get
I'm
it
gonna.
you just gotta get it towed
Yep,
out.
yep, yeah. I'm just gonna line up all the 3 Cybertrucks. A lot of people is just over here taking pictures. Yeah, I set my barcode up there so people are not the QR
Oh,
code,
that's smart.
so people can take pictures of the car. They can scan the QR code and it'll go to my profile link.
Wow. So when you're driving a Tesla Cybertruck, or even if it's just sitting there, do you get a lot of people looking at it?
Oh my god, you got I was parking outside of my driveway, and people and I went outside to throw garbage. A lot of cars just stop and just honk and wave at you and tell you and a lot of people ask you what kind of car that is, telling us like this is a Tesla. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. People was asking left and right.
So you're like a celebrity, like a local
Driving this
celebrity.
car makes anyone a celebrity.
Dude, they're just so different looking. There's nothing else out there that looks even close or similar to that.
Yeah, I know it's a very futuristic
Yeah.
vehicle. So
So did you bought all three this all three of the Cybertrucks? Like you bought them, they're not like vehicle partners or co-hosts or anything.
Yeah, I bought all three of them.
And how much do you spend on just those three vehicles?
They're like 110.
110
100,
each.
yeah, 105 to like
Okay.
110.
Okay, so you spend about 330,000 per or for the three. And then you said that what do you think they'll generate per month roughly?
Right now, I'm estimating that the car will generate roughly between $4,000 to $7,000 a month.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
per vehicle.
crazy. So between your whole fleet, so 70 cars, you have a lot of like higher end cars. What does your fleet generate in total per month?
New York and New Jersey, January to March is actually considered the slow season. So the last 2 months has been pretty consistent. I would say with the private and Turo, they generate between $60,000 to $70,000 on a slow season right now
Okay.
with my fleet. And actually, even though I have 70 cars, I really only added them. I probably added like 20 cars in the past about like 45 days.
Wow.
So the true number hasn't really reflect
Yeah.
point.
What's your guesstimate? So after March, you move into busier season. What's your estimate on like a top month? What's the top month you think you'll earn
The top
for gross
month,
revenue?
probably 3x my current revenue. It will be
3x.
approaching 180 to 200
Okay.
on the top month. Talking about like June, July, August, and September.
Yeah, and I mean the Cybertrucks alone. You're talking about if it's like 5-6 grand a month, that's $18,000 a month just in the three Cybertrucks.
Yeah. I don't know how much it's gonna do. To be honest, occasionally I probably have like month I will hit over 10 grand, even 12 grand, because
Wow.
I have like Cadillac. It was consistently doing like $4,000 per month for like 5-6 months in a row, and then occasionally it
Yeah.
will break over 5-6 thousand, and then I
Wow.
for that was doing like 7 grand a month, and then I had a record breaking Land Rover that did like close to 5,000 too. That was a
Wow.
record breaking. I did. It was that month. It was like December. It did like $4,800. There was one of the vehicle, the Land
Wow.
Rover.
That's
So I'm
crazy.
walking towards the second floor right now.
Okay.
You got the J. Oh, sorry, the camera is not showing. But JC Penney's right there.
Okay.
So my parking spot is on the second floor, right above the JC Penney.
And do you have like a specific location where you're allowed to park your cars, where you should be parking your cars?
Yes, I do. And then we're in the process of moving our sections from here. Let me kind of switch the camera. So we're in the process of moving this section into down over there because
What's that? What's that orange car?
oh, that's the Corvette.
Oh, I thought it was a Gallardo or a Huracan for a second. I see.
No, that's a Corvette. It's a convertible one.
Very nice. So these are
yeah,
all your cars?
Yeah, all these cars, the Land Rovers.
Oh my gosh, I could see them all the Range
Land
Rovers.
Rovers.
Jeez.
Mustang,
Wow.
the Cadillac, Mustang, couple Jaguar F-Pace and E-Pace,
Wow.
number of BMWs, and just a lot more Land Rovers.
That's crazy. So
Exactly on
okay,
this
so
side, Land Rover,
70.
Land Rover.
So you own all 70 cars, right? You don't have any vehicle partners or
No,
co-hosts or anything.
I have about 20 to 22 vehicles are from the investors. And the rest of them are mine.
Do you own about 50? You own just under 50. And how much do you have, like, in your cars that you own? How much are they worth? Or maybe how much do you buy them for? Like, how much do you have invested in the business?
It's really hard to estimate because I think I have the ability to buy cars at a very discounted price.
Yeah.
So for example, a car that's worth say $50,000, I'd probably be able to get them between like 35 to 42.
Okay. And how do you do that?
You just really search them, like do a lot of research because my wife, her name's Sarah, and she does the searching part. So she constantly look for cars that has a good deals, and then she's a pretty good negotiator.
Wow.
And
So she takes care of the car acquisition for you.
yes, she does the acquisition part, and then I mostly does the repair, maintenance, insurance, and claims.
Okay. And then you have people to help with like the day to day, like the cleaning cars, helping with the customer support. How hands on are you right now in the business?
Not so much. I would say it takes about 30 to 45% of my day, my time.
Wow.
Not day, the time. Because
Yeah.
we also have restaurants that we
Mm,
started back in 2019. That
okay.
takes a little effort. And then I actually have a 9 to 5 job that I work at a New York life insurance company as a business analyst. So I've been with them for like 9 or 10 years. So I'm not sure
That's
when I'm gonna
crazy.
publish this video, but I think I'm towards the end of my career.
Mm, wow. That's crazy. So, oh my gosh, 9 to 5. You own how many restaurants do you own?
It's like a partnership, and it's like 4 restaurants.
Oh my gosh. And then you have 70 cars that you manage.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's
That's
why my number has not been dramatic. I've been doing it since 2019, and
okay.
I always do it like more like a side business. Now it's slowly transitioned to become the main piece. So this year,
Yeah.
my goal is to break over 100 vehicles, and then
Wow.
I'm in talking with actually a couple investors as I went back to China. So with the investors, I can maybe boost that number depending how much they want to invest to a next level.
Wow. So if people were to come in and invest, what kind of cars would you suggest they buy? Or maybe do you help them buy cars, or do you just have them say you buy the cars and just bring them to me?
So depending on what type of investor they are, I have a couple guys reached out from New York. With if they're local, I'll guide them on how to buy cars. If
Hmm.
investors that are overseas, then I will probably use like a dealer license and shop the cars on Manheim. Manheim is
Hmm.
the biggest North America used car dealer. I mean dealer wholesaler. So I'll probably
Dealer
use a
auction.
Manheim to auction or bid the cars on there and just
Okay.
have them
And
shipped over.
are you buying from Manheim now?
No, not really. But I have investor who use Manheim to shop for cars.
Okay. I'm surprised. I mean, Manheim and like the dealer auctions are a great way to buy cars under market value.
My price are actually lower than Manheim.
Really?
Yes,
Wow. And do you
yes.
get them private or dealership?
I buy them from dealership all the time. I don't buy a single car private.
Wow. That's
Yeah, we buy them
crazy.
mostly from dealership that are say Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Porsche. Large dealership. We don't buy from a secondhand used dealership. We don't do private. We don't use Craigslist. Yeah.
Wow. That's great. And what states are you buying them from? I'm assuming they're from different states.
Um, Mostly, I would say 2020 and 21, I was buying mostly from Florida.
Okay.
Um, what is the name of the dealership? So that dealership had a deal back with 2020 and 21 when Hertz was going bankrupt. So they were taking in 500 cars per week from
Wow.
Hertz during 2021. So they have to their lot is big. They only park like I don't know 3,000 cars, but still
Yeah.
they're taking in 500 cars a week. So they need to get them out. So back then I was buying a lot of from Florida, that dealer. Now I'm shopping mostly from Texas and California, and I got a one car shipped yesterday that was from Colorado. So I'm buying
Wow.
cars nationwide.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Um, and out of the 70 cars you have right now, what would you say is your favorite one? Other than the Cybertrucks, so that's probably your favorite just because they're new and they came in.
My favorite car right now, other than the Cybertruck, I love to drive Tesla. I love to
Mm,
drive Tesla, and I mean, I'm a fan of SUVs right now. I, I'm not a car guy, to be honest. I don't. I'm not a car guy. Before I got into Turo, there's a lot of brand of cars I don't even recognize them, and then now I'm forced to know a lot of things to do basic repairs like window chipping and just small stuff in there. It's not worth or hire a person to do it.
Yeah, yeah. So how did you get into Turo?
2019, we have business in China, and
Okay.
at the time my wife has to travel a lot, and then I was working from home. We have so basically we have two cars.
Mhm.
She was driving a Porsche Macan. I was driving a BMW X5, but both of the cars were just sitting in the driveway in the lot. And my friend told me, "Hey, since you have two luxury cars, why don't you rent them on Toro?" I'm like, "Never heard of it." And then he gave me a brief. So right away, I did it. The first month, that Porsche generated, I think it was 2,700. My X5 did like 2005. So within the first month, without knowing nothing, I had like $5,000 income out of
Wow.
nowhere. I'm like, holy! And I couldn't believe it. Within like short month, I bought like 5 more cars, and that's how we got
Wow.
started. Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot of
That's
learning.
crazy.
Yeah.
And how have you been funding the cars? I know that's everybody's biggest question whenever anybody asks me is how do you fund cars? Do you get funding from like the dealerships? Are you self-funded? Do you have like some line of credit?
Uh, Funny enough, we don't take a lot of loans, and we mainly take loans on an occasional basis. Mostly,
Yeah.
sometimes if the dealer is willing to cut us a deal when we take a loan, but
Yeah.
we don't have a much of loan. And then how we funded ourselves is, I would say investments. I used to work at a hedge fund, so I'm always in the investment field. And then since 2016, I was doing rental real estate. I was buying cars, and I was buying houses in New Jersey, roughly between the range of like $150,000 to like $200,000 house. They're like
Mhm.
cheap houses,
Mhm.
and then but those houses are like pretty good cash flow.
Mhm.
And right now, I rent all my properties to Section 8 tenants. I have
Wow.
ways to generate higher rents with the Section 8 tenants. They're not any lower than just regular tenants. And then throughout the pandemic, you're guaranteed with the rents. So I have never had anybody not paying the rent because it comes from the state.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah, and then the house is generating pretty good cash flow. I also trade, and then the house appreciated. I refinanced the home when the interest rate was low. So all my homes are now like around 3% interest, and I cashed out
wow.
a lot of those money to fund the business. And then the business was generating
Okay.
very good cash flow, especially in 2020 to 2022. So
Yeah,
it
okay.
was, yeah, it's a self-growing
You
business.
yeah, so you refinanced your properties to self-fund this. And that's crazy. So what do you prefer, like real estate versus cars?
What was the
As far
question?
as what do you prefer right now? Do you like real estate rentals, like the Section 8 that you're doing, or do you like the car rentals? What do you think does better in terms of
Uh,
return?
yeah, I haven't bought a single home for years, and just because the price is high, um, from a return ROI perspective, Turo has been way better, and then
Mhm.
the interest rate are so high right now, so I'm not considering on buying another home anytime soon until there's a next crash. I actually
Yeah.
hold a lot of Dogecoin.
You
Um,
had a lot of Dogecoin?
I still do. I still do have a lot of Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Yeah, I've been holding it because I'm a fan of Elon. I'm a fan of
Yeah.
Elon, and he tells me I buy everything Elon sells. He was selling like belt buckles. Yeah, I bought like 6 of them for like
Oh my
150.
gosh.
Yeah, I was like,
Did you
I
ever
kind of regret. It was like that belt buckle that does nothing. Yeah,
did
I
you
buy
ever buy
everything
the
that he sells.
did you buy the flamethrower?
I no, it's sold out within like 2 hours. There's no way to get them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they
What
only
about
produced 50,000 of them. He got sold out in two
wow.
hours. Yeah,
What about he made t-shirts and shorts, I think?
yeah. T-shirts and shirts. I'm not a fan of it. I did bought the what is it? The tequila
The
thing. Yeah,
tequila?
yeah.
Yep.
And then he
Uh
promotes Doge. I bought Doge.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'm actually
that's cr-
I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss right now. I'm just gonna hold it. Yeah,
so you're invested in a lot of things it sounds like right now.
I love to invest. Yeah, I love
Eh,
invest is my hobby. Yeah.
Yeah, is Turo your best investment? Would you say right now?
Turo is I would say out of all my investment that has the best longevity.
Okay.
I can see because I would say 2024 this year it might not be the one of the good year, but I think going into the second half of the year it's going to be a great year.
Okay.
Reason being, I spent a lot of time doing research. I'm a number guy. I'm a business analyst. Business analyst. I do a lot. I'm sensitive with the numbers. I can
Yeah.
see where the trend is. Yeah, there's a lot of guys who does Turo. So I'll say let's put it this way. So 2021, everyone who get into Turo, I would say 80-90% of people will make money. But 2024, you get into Turo, 90% of people will lose money.
And why do you think that is?
I think the profit margin has come down a lot, and the competition has gone high. First of all, Hertz was going to file bankruptcy. I think Enterprise was going to follow that, but they all came back. On top of it, there's a European company called Sixt, SIXT.
Yep.
They are investing heavily in North America. So that's another competition right there. And there's what is it? What was other ones? Airbnb, or what was the other ones that also want to get into the rental? I mean, rental. Oh,
Uber.
Yeah, Uber wants to get in as well. So right there, you're looking at a lot of big players. So it's someone who is new, and plus, Toro used to be very generous with the insurance. You have maybe like 80% plan with no deductibles, that kind of thing, and that's long gone. And during summertime, they were giving out incentives. I'm not sure if you're around at the time when they were giving out incentives during summertime.
I don't know. I started in 20, like middle or end of 2021. I don't remember that.
So at the time, so I bought a number of like Mustang that were like, $15,000. So a couple of cheap cars that I've been trying to get rid of were bought at the time because Turo was giving out incentives for every car that you buy, and then if you go out 3 trips, generating $600, he would give you $2,000.
What?
Yeah, per car, and almost like no cap. So it's like they will give you a plan. They will give you a plan. Say if you have like 20 cars, they will give you a plan for 30 cars. So you buy 30 more cars, it will give you $60,000. So at the time, I was like buying cars between like $10,000-$15,000. And lately, I've been transitioning those cars out, getting rid of them, and then transition to become like business SUVs.
Okay. And so when you sell cars, where do you sell them typically?
I love to sell cars to Carvana. I think that's the one. Yeah, that I like the easy way. I'm not trying to sell for top dollar on the Facebook or the Craigslist. I want to get them out so I can focus my time and energy into buying the next good deal. Yeah, but I mean, Carvana's offer was very generous for a long period of time until recently. The new CEO came on board. They streamlined the process, and yeah, Carvana it was great. I had cars with like issues. I mean, I thought they're gonna come and inspect it. No, they just took the car. Wow. They didn't even I don't even think they turned on the engine and just take the car. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I sold a number of cars to Carvana, but now that the process changed.
So, are you still planning? Like, if you had to sell a car right now, would you go to Carvana or do you try something else?
I will. I sold a number of cars to Carvana and a few to CarMax. Oh, I actually know people who rewind it a little bit. It was funny about the $2,000 right per car that the incentive Turo was giving out. I know someone who's what he was doing is that he will CarMax will give you like if you buy a car from CarMax, he will give you I think 30 days or 60 days, no reason asked to what he said return it. So my friend was like, I think you're allowed to do that for up to like 2 cars. So my friend was like, get 2 cars from CarMax, rent them out on Turo, take the incentive, and return the car to CarMax. He told me after that, the thing, but like I was like, oh my gosh, you're genius.
That's crazy. And he did it.
Yeah, he did it. He did it 2 cars with the CarMax.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Right now, I'm trying to find a way. I have a friend who is pretty good at selling cars. I know a
Hmm.
couple of dealerships that can sell cars, so maybe
Yeah.
I will try those new ways.
Hmm.
Yeah, going forward. No, I don't sell a lot
Yeah.
of cars. Most of my cars just they crash on the platform. Yeah.
What's the oldest car? Do you have any cars from when you got started?
No.
Nothing.
No. I have some veteran cars. No, they're gone. I had a Mini
Mm.
Cooper that was doing 200 plus trips. I had a Land Rover that did like
Wow.
250 trips. No, those are gone. No,
Wow.
the Corvettes are gone. The BMW X5 were gone. Well, that BMW was gone, but I replaced with three more BMW X5. So, but no, the car that I started, they're long gone.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if you were to give advice to somebody to like get started on Turo and buy their first car, what would you suggest they buy?
Give me a market
Let's say
location.
where you are. Let's say where you are.
Where I am, I will suggest them um, to buy BMW between X1, 3, 4, 5, or Mercedes GLA, GLC, GLE,
Okay.
Jaguar F Pace, Jaguar E Pace, Land Rover Evoque, Sports, and Velar.
Okay. So all SUVs.
All SUVs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you were to have, let's say, $1 million today to buy cars, is that what you'd be buying right now?
Yes, exactly. That's why I have so many Land Rovers. Even right now, how many I have in the lot? Let me see.
It's crazy.
One,
I could.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is it? 8, 9.
That's
I have 9 of them
crazy.
in the lot today as we speak.
And you
So
have
there's like,
25 total.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
crazy. And what do those generate like on average per month?
They generate. It's funny. Do you know there's software that you can attach to the Turo app that you will see how everyone's doing all that same. Say for example, I could filter within say New York
Oh,
and
uh, not car sync.
something start with the, like ending with the X. Turex,
And
yeah, Turex.
Turex. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can send you some screenshots. Like I filter the numbers.
Yeah.
My Land Rovers does between 1,800 to 2,200 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, but the numbers that the Turex generated for everyone else has been ridiculously low. They're like
Oh,
$800 a month.
wow. That's
Yeah,
interesting. But
very.
it's also kind of like Turo, because Turo car calculator for me has always been really, really low.
I mean, your
Like,
number. I'm not sure what you do. I'm not sure if it's your market or you must be doing something right. Your number has been comparably like the ROI has been ridiculously high. You're aiming for 10% per month. Per vehicle. It's impossible here.
yeah, well, so that rule was when we had like cheap $10,000 cars, but now we've started getting nicer cars, and the rules changed a little bit. So I'd say right now we're at like 5 to 7.5%.
Still high. Yeah, still
Per
very.
yeah. So I mean, and we're hitting it. Like we have. Let me think. How much we have invested? Probably $350,000 of our own cars, and then we probably did last month in March. Probably did about 50 grand, which isn't normal, but average will probably do like 2 to 300,000 just in our cars, not including our. We just got some vehicle partners.
Yeah, your number is high. Consider you have a smaller. You have about 40 something.
Yeah, we just jumped up to 45. We
Yeah,
doubled our fleet.
and then the value of my cars are higher.
Yeah. Value. Well, and that's the thing. The higher you go, there's like a cap to it because there's only so much the cars are going to make. Like people say that the average is like 1,000, 2,000 per month per car, almost no matter what it is. There's like exceptions. Like if you get like higher end Porsche or Ferrari, like we have a 911 that's doing it's like 3 to 4 grand a month, and like an M3 that's doing similar. So when you get into like really high end stuff, it does a lot better. But for like the most part, average is like 1 to 2,000 a month ish. like over longer spread? Of course, unless you get the nicer stuff.
Yeah. So let's do some math, right? So say if I buy like a Toyota Corolla for like
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like $10,000 to $20,000, it doesn't generate much revenue here. On Turo, if you rent that car here in New York and New Jersey area, you can maybe do $600 to $800 a month.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how much you gonna rent it out for a day? Like $30-$40 a day, and if you use what 70% plan, or for a Toyota Corolla, you're not gonna do 90% plan, right? Are you?
What we do 90% plan. What do you do?
I do 90. I do
Oh,
90.
okay.
But
But
I
you're
mean,
saying
if
for a
you're renting
Corolla,
out
you
a
would do.
Toyota Corolla, are you gonna
Oh
still
yeah,
do 90?
probably not.
Yeah. So you take home per car. If you say you take home with $30 a day, it goes out full month. I mean, if you go out full month, you probably have provided a discount. 10-20% discount. $30 take home per day. Even go out for a full month, you're getting $900. You're not gonna get a full month. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I guess that's
now how much
maybe
you
the
gonna
difference.
generate? The parking here is so expensive, right? I pay my staff $25 an hour, and
Wow.
with the parking insurance, it will take away another $70 to $100. The take home is like so little. Your take home is maybe like I don't know. If you park in New York, there's no profit. You have a loss. If you park,
Wow.
yeah, your take home is like $400-$500.
So what are your expenses a month? So if you're generating anywhere from you said this or last month it's like 60, and then in busier months it'll be 3x, so maybe like 150, 180. What's your expenses every month that you're spending?
So my expenses are first of all parking. That's like
hmm
190 per car.
hmm
Insurance, you can do them like $70 to $75 a month for per vehicle on the insurance. Um, what else? Just labor
hmm
and basic maintenances. Basic maintenances are fluctuating, so don't have a
Do you
solid
know
number on
do you
those.
know how much you pay per labor per month ish on average?
Oh, the labor I pay, uh, you can do about 6,000.
6,000 per month.
Yeah, on labor,
Okay.
not including my time, but so that I pay
Yeah.
out, yeah, $6,000.
So if we're talking about $75 per vehicle, then 190 per vehicle times 70 is 18,500 plus your 6,000 in labor. So like your baseline expenses is 24,550 roughly. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure it could be a little different than that. I'm sure sometimes your team works more than other times, but that's not too bad. So what's your like roughly what's your profit margin? Because I'm sure you have a couple more expenses with like maintenance and maybe some miscellaneous stuff.
According to our experience, so every $100 that we spend, we earn. Well, this year, not before. Before every $100 you spend, you can maybe earn 100, even $200 that year. So it's like 200% ROI. Right now, the ROI are between 25 to 45.
25 to 45%.
Yeah, 25 to 45%. So every $100 that you invested into the vehicle, you will return about $25 to $40 that year.
Okay,
So yeah,
interesting.
you're definitely way better. Your numbers are way better. So if you're doing like 7% a month, you're break even in about like I don't know 18 months. Mine is probably
hmm
looking at 24 months.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, very interesting. So, what are your plans for expansion? I know you said you're talking to some outside investors for vehicle partners or co-hosts. You want to get to 100 cars. Do you have any other goals beyond those the next year or so?
Um, my goals are I don't have an ambitious goal. I think I just want to be consistent.
Okay.
Consistency is my goal. Yeah, because
Okay.
I think I grew up in a like business mindseted family, so
Mhm.
I don't want to take a lot of leverage. I don't want to take a lot of loan. I don't want to take a lot of risk. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not looking for 100, 200% returns. As long as it's consistent, I'm happy with it. Yeah.
Okay. And do you
Because
plan
I mean,
on?
25 to 45% return is, to me, I'm
That's
very
good.
satisfied.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And then do you plan on going more to private rentals? Is that part of your goal?
Yeah, that's something. Oh, yeah, I think we need to have a separate session. I do want to learn more from you on the private rental side because
Mhm.
I use Lula and ABI. I haven't filed a single claim with my personal insurance, ABI, or Lula, or Lula, but I have friends who got declined multiple times with Lula. So
Wow.
and
Wow.
then I was talking to the WhatsApp with a lot of large hosts. Barely anyone got approved by Lula. I'm like
To get to
more
get on the platform or for like damage claims?
no, like when they file a claim, when they do a private rental, they have a claim for Lula. I hear most people got declined, and
Well,
barely anybody
why?
who got approved.
Well, I'll share some with you real quick. When somebody rents a car, it's their responsibility. The insurance should be covered by them. A lot of people make this mistake, and I don't know why they do it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it's because I learned the right way in the beginning, but they think for some reason that when a customer gets in an accident, that it falls back. Like if I rent a car to you, you get in an accident, it goes on my GMI. But that's not how it works. We have a contract. You have in your insurance. It goes on your insurance. My insurance doesn't even hear about it because it doesn't matter to them. The only time my insurance gets hit is if your insurance doesn't cover the full amount, so it's like a little bit of excess, or if like I crash the car, if one of my team members or one of my team members or employees crashes the car. But like I don't know why people do this, but they do. Like they for some reason they don't collect insurance from the renters and they say, oh, you rented my car, and if you get in an accident, it's gonna go on my insurance. But that's doesn't make any sense because insurance companies aren't gonna pay out for stuff like that. I don't know why they'd even try to do stuff like that. It's stupid.
So Lula act as like a secondary insurance.
Yeah, they're secondary insurance. They all the rental and fleet insurances are secondary insurances technically. So is Turo. Turo's technically a secondary insurance.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, so private rental is something that I want to get into. It's yeah, I think that falls back into like the longevity and its consistency is. I'm okay with how Toro is doing. I think right
Mm-hmm.
now we're on the just like the market. It's right now we like there's up and down. I think we're on
Mm-hmm.
the downside of the rental market right now, and then when it bounces back up, it's still gonna be pretty good. I mean, I'm still happy with the revenue what he does right now, and considering right
Yeah.
now it's a slow season. I think I'm pretty sure I will have a month or two that will break like 200,000 revenue that month this year. No, I think there's an up and down in the market. I think we're now on the downside, but even on the downside, I'm still able to profit, so I have no issue waiting for the business to to warm up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And how long do you think until we'll be back in a different kind of market? When do you think it'll
So
change?
so every month I do like a research with almost all of the big hosts in the
Mm-hmm.
entire um, East Coast, almost
Mm.
entire. We're talking about um, even all the way down to like North Carolina, South Carolina. I do my research
Wow.
even that far, even
Yeah.
Boston, DC, New York, PA, Massachusetts. I do all my research, so I see this trend. There's a lot of big hosts that are basically exiting.
Mm.
There's a host named Frank. He is a Nissan dealership, Nissan Dodge dealership. At the
Mm-hmm.
prime, he has 8 dealerships working together, meaning they will use their own dealer cars and they will do their check in, check out directly at the dealer. They have a counter, they have a desk inside their dealership. 8 dealers, 8 Nissan or Dodge dealers are working together. And now
Wow.
they're down to like 3 dealerships.
Wow.
They went from like 200 cars to like 25 cars.
That's crazy. Why do you think that is?
Um, I think there's probably they didn't do so well with their operation in terms of like how much they're paying for the labor, the
Mm.
expenses, the proper checking and checkout and denial from the claims. So I think their issue is probably from the operation side and the ROI perspective because cheap cars don't do so well.
Yeah, yeah,
And then the
interesting.
places are dealerships. People, they're not so close to Manhattan, so I don't think
Mhm.
they're getting as high as a utilization rate comparably from where I am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so for people that are entering the business, so getting started, what do you think is the best advice? Like, what would you tell them to do?
Right now, we are in a very competitive market, unlike with 2020 and 21. So, if
Mhm.
you want to be profitable in the business, you have to be the top 20%. Top 20% as in the performance. You can have one or two cars, don't matter, but your performance has to do well. Meaning, and then you have to watch over your costs. You have to do your insurance right. You have to buy your. You have to select the right car. You have
Mhm.
to know where to repair your car for a good price. You have to know your exit strategy on how to, how much, where you sell your cars and how much you're
Mhm.
buying for. Like, I have so many instances. The car gets crashed, or I sold the Carvana for way higher price than I bought them for, like
Mhm.
way higher. I had a Tesla that I bought probably in 2020, for $35,000. And there was two Tesla. One of them I bought for $32,000. I
Yeah.
rented it for 2 years. Made like say $40,000.
Mhm.
Correct. How much you guys guess? How much Turo paid?
Mm,
I bought for
25,000.
huh?
25,000.
55.
$55,000.
After I rented them out for 2 years.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Another Tesla, I sold it to someone else. I sold it to a Tesla dealer. But before sorry, there's another one I bought between 32 to 35.
Yeah.
Rented them out for 2 years. Had a Tesla dealer, like reseller, reach out to me, wanted to buy the car. He made an offer between like 52 or 55, whatever that is, and then somebody jumped in and say, "Hey, I know you better. You mind selling me the car at that price at the offer?" I'm like, "Fine." So I basically got rid of two cars that I bought for $32,000 to $35,000, rented them out for 2 years, got rid of them for a profit.
Wow.
And I have so many instances like that. Even
So you've
Corvette.
gotten lucky.
Yeah, I have a red Corvette that I'm trying to get rid of right now. I bought them. You have to know when to buy them. Okay, so there's a strategy that I buy cars. Is, for example, when the CA first came out, all the
Mhm.
C7, just the price just like almost slashed. I
Mhm.
bought a brand new C7. I bought them in 2019. A brand new.
Mhm.
Sorry, I bought them I bought a 2019 Corvette C7 brand new in 2020.
Mhm.
Uh, for $52,000.
Wow.
Yeah, that car would normally go like 70, 80.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So even last year, I rented out for like 4 years. Last year, I had offer for 55. That's after I rented them out for 40 years. Made probably like 60, $80,000 on it.
Wow.
So I
That's
have so many
crazy.
cases like that. Yeah.
That's what I tell people too. It's all in the buy. If you can buy it right, it can be make or break.
Yeah, for example, like lately I have a couple accidents, that the car was totaled
Mhm.
with like I have 90% plan, so there's a deductible of $2,500. Because
Mhm.
I buy them so cheap, there are cars that bought it first two trip, it got totaled. I even with the deductible of $2,500, I still got paid more than what I paid for the car. Yeah. So
That's
for someone who's new to the business, you have to buy the car at the right price. I had
yep.
investors who didn't listen to my advice, bought a car at a ridiculously price, and I made them good money, but you cannot offset the depreciation.
No, sometimes if you buy it wrong, there's no way to offset it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So where can people find you if they want to like bring you cars or be a vehicle partner?
I have a QR code. Like, I guess I'll send you a link to my
Okay.
profile. Yeah, that
Yeah.
link. My phone number is on that. My phone number is on my profile. Um, I I I have people reached out, but yeah, I do have like criterias. I don't want to
Okay.
take anybody who has less than two cars. So two
Okay.
cars is the minimum if they want to start, and the car has to be 2020 or newer. It has to
Okay.
be like luxury car. We don't take any.
Okay.
I don't take like Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Kia. No. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have
And
a
then
lot of people reached out. I'm not.
and then
Yeah.
how does your structure work? Do you charge them like, is it a flat fee per month or is it a percentage of revenue?
It's 25% management fees plus plus $190 parking.
Okay. I like that. That's
Yeah, if
smart.
you can get the numbers up to say um like 6 cars and more, I
Mhm.
can do like 22% for cars that generate revenue higher than say $1,500 a month.
Okay. Very nice. Cool. Well, yeah, send over that link because I'll put it in the description. Is there anything else you want to share in the video?
What else? What else? Oh, nothing much. I had yeah, I owe them like 3-4 years already. Yeah, so there's a lot of more to come. So
Oh my!
just scared
So
to
how
do
much
this
you
year.
spent? You spent $2.3 million in Cybertrucks.
I mean, back then they were listing for $100,000 per car. Back then they were listing it for what is it, $40,000 to $60,000 per car. Because I know right off the bat that car it's gonna be
Gosh.
so sick, and then the deposit wasn't high, so I put in like that much orders. Um, so I got 3 so far.
So when are
But
the
with the
rest gonna
price,
come?
and right now, I mean, I had people offer me 150,000 to buy the car. So yeah, if I get more, I can consider resell them.
Oh my! Well, you got to sell for more than what the fine is if you're gonna get fined. You know what I'm saying?
And there's a ways to dance around the fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, that is crazy. 23. Are you gonna get them all? Like you're planning on receiving all 23 of them?
Probably not. They're too
Oh,
expensive for me to chew. I
well,
don't have that
sell.
much.
What
I,
you
I
should.
don't have that much of cash that's sitting around.
Can you sell
Maybe
the
when they come, I
allocations?
can redirect them to my investors. Yeah,
Wow, that is crazy.
yeah.
Wow, that's super cool. Wait, if you got 23, would you have enough chargers to be able to plug them in?
Oh yeah, they have like 15 to 20 spots, and then with how the demand are, they're gonna do more. They're gonna do another row, so they're gonna up to like 50 chargers in this
Wow,
garage.
dude,
Yeah,
imagine how cool it would be if you had 20 Cybertrucks lined up.
yeah. That's probably when the market is saturated. I don't know if I want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to send them out to different states. Dude, that is so crazy. That's so many Cybertrucks.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody that's ordered that many.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna eventually get them that many. They're too expensive now. If the price come down, yes, maybe.
That's
But
crazy.
the price of what they are now, it's impossible.
Yeah. How many do you think you'll keep? What's your
I'm
plan?
definitely keeping one for my daily. So
Okay.
yeah, I just love it. That car is fast. I went to Costco the other day. You can put so much stuff in the back. Yeah, and then it's bulletproof. The safety wise, it's like it's the safest car out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep one. I'll probably keep like A on Turo. So about 10, around 10. So
Wow, that's still a lot. That's crazy. So $1 million
I mean,
in Cybertrucks.
if my fleet at the time grew to like say 200, maybe I'll keep
Yeah.
all 20. Yeah. If I my
Dude,
with
that'd
my
be
current size, yeah, 10 is the most I can take.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I hope it goes well. When you get them, send me pictures.
Yep.
I see them.
I have one Corvette in repair. 2 Corvettes
Okay.
are we just modifying to add like the spoilers. Once
Yeah.
those are done, probably next week, I'm gonna go upstairs. There's a third floor on this garage. I'm just gonna take nice pictures. I'm gonna park 3 Cybertruck in the middle, 2 Tesla Model X with the wing open on the side, and then 2 Corvettes on each side. And yeah, I'll
That
send you
sounds
pictures when that's done.
Yeah, send me pictures. That sounds sweet. That sounds super cool. Well, I appreciate you joining. I hope it goes well with you getting all those Cybertrucks. I may have somebody that may want some, so let me know as they come. I have
Okay.
people that or that may be interested. But it's nice talking to you, and hope to talk soon, Dustin.
All right, sounds good. We can do a recap about like half a year from now or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get more Cybertrucks, let's do it. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
I'll share you my numbers with the Cybertruck. I wonder how you
Yeah.
done by then.
Yeah, I want to hear how it performs. That sounds good, Dustin.
All right. Thank you, Max.
All right, we'll talk soon, man. See ya.
Take care.